Hi everyone, my name is Estefania Castillo. My research project has the following title: Guidelines for Graduate English Teachers regarding digital materials and their significant effect on adolescent listening skills. Digital resources for education have generated complications for certain teachers when creating and designing educational materials to work on different skills and comply with different learning styles aimed at inclusive learning. However, teachers of the new generation must have the basic knowledge to create virtual educational materials, taking into account multiple elements such as motivation, creativity, and understanding. What makes this research interesting is the benefit obtained by those teachers who are going to start professional work and therefore without experience in the creation of these digital teaching materials. This research is interesting because it focuses on the design of teaching material for educational purposes as a way of communicating through a language based on sound, interactivity, and image to promote listening skills in adolescents. Digital teaching materials are excellent for improving, supporting the work of a teacher and achieving teaching their class. Obtaining detailed guidelines in which you can guide yourself in a simple and timely way to start the development of these digital resources about wasting time, creating meaningless activities in which the probability that they will not be carried out or they will not understand how to carry out, which will not comply to transmit knowledge. In this context, providing inexperienced teachers with detailed guidelines to practice listening skills in adolescents build confidence in teachers as they feel in control and their materials, and the certainty that they will be a complete success in their quest to improve listening skills in adolescents. In this way, and although the traditional didactic media continue to maintain their primacy status, the different educational agents, teachers, students, families, administrations, and companies in the publishing sector agree in betting on substantive and profound changes in the provision and use of digital teaching materials. Education has been in constant evolution, and one of them is to articulate and organize an alternative system of teaching and learning through the internet. Teachers have had to modify some aspects of the intermediation between the pedagogical content and the student. This process can be very complex at the beginning because for many teachers, the creation of digital teaching materials is something new. In this continuous interaction on the computer can cause anxiety. Moreover, if the teacher is inexperienced and creates digital teaching materials to improve the ability to listen in adolescents without a simple and clear guide of what to take into account when designing, can lead to negative aspects and failures such as incomplete or superficial learning, disorientation of information, development of strategies with minimal effort, visual fatigue, insufficient quality control, and not to mention that teacher training entails an added cost. Therefore, it implies knowing how they learn, what are the differentiating activities, and digital materials that are transformed into significant learning and contribute to the training of students. But what makes digital teaching materials so important? Well, the importance lies in the fact that they are the means used to apply a specific technique in the field of a specific learning method. Understanding the learning method of the way or sets of rules that are used to obtain a change in the behavior of the learner, and in this way that enhance or improve their level of competence to perform a productive function. Digital teaching materials bring with them new opportunities for the educational environment and arouse the interest of the students, and at the same time they make the student motivated by their learning with the activities are proposed to them, since the students learn with greater enthusiasm when they get involved, and it is more significant. Sure, they are working with tools that they know and use daily. The teacher must be original in the sense of overturning the traditional, being creative, authentic, and innovative. However, making the design of digital teaching materials a success can be very complicated if there is no basic knowledge of the development process. The use of digital material can be an important support for teachers, but it's just one more resource within our reach. And of course, not everything is advantageous. There are drawbacks that we will discover throughout this investigation and with our own experience. In addition, a problem that has been reflected during the health situation experienced in the country, which evidenced the lack of the teaching, digital skills staff, and the technical use of digital teaching materials. Therefore, it is essential to work with the teaching staff so that they develop digital skills for their classes, whether face-to-face or virtual, so that they can also be put to good use during pedagogical mediation. The interest in carrying out this work is fundamentally due to the attraction aroused by the unstoppable changes that we are witnessing in the technological society inherent to its innovative nature. Education as a fundamental pillar of society must adapt to the new pedagogical possibilities to arise from the introduction of ICT in education, which is a great challenge with little room for the reaction of teachers. The key piece for them is now in digital teaching material to improve listening skill in adolescents. To conclude, the designing of digital didactic materials brings with numerous benefits which present the development of active learning due to the implication that the student has to recognize the ease of their learning and personal growth, achieving a responsibility in the acquisition of knowledge and the selection of the most effective mechanisms for this. In this sense, the importance of the available didactic materials, meanwhile, is crucial insofar as they greatly influence the teaching work and, in turn, the approach and development of a course. Thus, the coordination of material and human resources represent determining factors and are responding to the demands of the institutional context. That is, the pedagogical approach, principles, objective, and planning of the teaching and learning process.